Hello YouTube and welcome back. It's July 25th, 2021, Monday evening, 6:31 p.m. And man, I am having a bad technology day all the way around. So I just got off the phone with Chase Bank customer support, and as I've said, I've been having issues with my iPhone where sometimes the screen isn't responsive and it just sometimes isn't responsive. I can't think of any other way to explain what the problems are I'm having with it. Anyway, I ended the call and I'm hitting the red button to end the call and it just won't let me end the call. I don't know what to do. I hit the button on the right hand side to, just close the screen and just put it in my pocket. But for all I know, the phone operator's still listening to my butt and unable to terminate the call on her end. Because it was a while I was looking at the screen and I could still hear her voice kind of warbling through the speaker as I'm tapping my screen, hitting the red button, trying to end the goddamn call, and the iPhone won't end the call. That's technology problem number 2. And speaking of things I can't end, and this is a big one. So, in the last video you saw me at like pretty much the last second. I had some difficulty with my phone, and again, I'm sure it had to do with the bandwidth and the fact that this phone is really starved for resources. I'm on my Obama phone, by the way. And that's the one that's got the Bird app on it, which no problem logging in on. As I said, I've been using the Bird app on that phone since having my iPhone stolen and since all the issues I've had trying to maintain access to my phone number. I've managed to be still active with my Bird account for the most part. I mean, I've had some issues with Bird over the years for sure, but for the most part, the service has been okay. I did have that one time where I took a ride that took like 3 times longer than it should have because the vehicle wouldn't exceed 5 miles an hour, and then went round and round with customer service because in my opinion they massively overcharged me because they charge by the time, not the distance, and because of their dysfunctional vehicle, the ride took 3 times longer than it should have, so they was basically charged 3 times as much as it should have been charged. I will say this. I feel I've kind of come even with them on little things like that because of how many of their abandoned scooters that I've found. And I did restore one of them and rode it for years, so I guess it's good on that. But I'm really curious how much they're going to charge me for this one, because what ended up happening was I got to. I just barely made my bus. Like, I'm going southbound, which of course I'm going on a northbound one-way street. For the most part, I just went straight south on Central, because the express bus, the I-10 West Rapid, it picks up at 6:11. The last bus is at 6:11 p.m. In front of the shiny tower formerly known as Chase Tower, which is now just a big vacant building with no name. Just south of Van Buren. So as you saw, like I picked up my scooter on the east side of the road. So, and I'm to the point where seconds matter. Like, I'm just trying to make it from McDowell, from the south side of McDowell to the south side of Van Buren in 5 minutes ish, which is going to be miraculous, but maybe I can do it. I'm pretty efficient on a scooter, and I'm not afraid to ignore traffic control devices as long as I can do it without endangering myself or anybody else. Which, amusingly enough, the only near miss I had was I did almost get hit by a guy who ran a red light. So, while granted I did not have a green light because I'm going the wrong way on a one-way street, I'm pretty sure on the sidewalk, as I was on the east side sidewalk headed southbound, and you're not really supposed to ride on the sidewalks, but you know what? I don't give a fuck. There needs to I'm just, I don't have time to play semantics. I'm just trying to catch my fucking bus, and which, as you see, I did. So that's a good thing. I want to say all's well that ends well, but I don't know how well this is going to end because it's an open-ended problem at the moment. But anyway, so yeah, my only near miss was at Fillmore Street, and I'm reasonably sure I had the walk signal as I'm going, southbound on the crosswalk. Occasionally I dip out in the street, and there was no oncoming traffic, just to not, I when I'm on something and I'm using the sidewalk, I definitely feel like pedestrians have first dibs on the sidewalk and shouldn't have to be endangered by bicycles or PEVs, traveling in the space too close. That certainly bothers me when I'm a pedestrian. So yeah, I tried to make sure I gave all pedestrians that I passed plenty of space. And for the most part, if I saw one coming, I dipped into the street. Yeah, I'm heading in a lane directly opposing traffic, but every time I did it while there was no traffic that it was opposing me. So anyway, so as I'm like going in front of Central Station, at that point I kind of cross the road, and I realized there's my bus right there approaching the stop, and I'm like, oh shit, this is close. And I'm just kind of yelling out, please hold the bus, hoping that some of the regular riders will remember me, because I've been a regular rider on that bus for so long. Which, mind you, the driver didn't know me because she was new. She's like, are you sure you're on the right bus? I'm like, yeah. Are you sure you're on the right bus? Because I've never seen you before. She's like, I'm new. I'm like, okay. Because of course, I'm frantically trying to deal with the scooter thing, trying to end my ride on the scooter, and the app is not being responsive, and I'm pulled my bus card out, ready to swipe my bus card, but of course I did not have $2.25 in change ready. So it was a near thing. Like, the bus was pulling up to the stop, and I'm looking at the traffic light at Van Buren going, am I bold enough to just shoot across in front of traffic against a red light going the wrong way on a one-way street to catch this bus? Yes, I need to catch this bus. Anyway, I'm at Amazon. Long story short, I got to end this. So, what I forgot, and this time I didn't have, by the time I was there in front of the bus, I didn't have time for any kind of backtracking or anything else. What I forgot is Phoenix has these very specific places where you have to park a scooter. You can't just park it anywhere on a sidewalk where it's not in the way like it is in most places. And for whatever retarded reason, there is no scooter parking spot right there at that bus stop. The closest that there is a little bit around the corner. It's not particularly far, but it's on Van Buren Street, just a tiny bit east of Central, and I think I had people holding the bus. So what I really should have done is gone right there and then ended my ride. But I'm so frantically trying to catch my bus and just panicked. So I that didn't. Hindsight is 20/20, and that was not what was in my brain. What was in my brain is, oh shit, must jump on the bus, make sure my body is on the bus so she can't leave me behind, and then worry about bus fare and ending that ride in the app. And even if I can't take the picture of the bird, whatever. What I didn't expect was that the app would not let me in the ride and kept giving me pop-ups telling me that that this is a no parking zone. I must move the vehicle to a parking zone in my ride. Well, I can't exactly do that because I'm no longer on the vehicle and I'm on a bus because I had to catch a bus. If they wanted to give me some kind of a penalty or a fine for parking outside the parking zone, no parking zone, I'm completely fine with that. But the fact that they absolutely would not let me in my ride, and to my knowledge, they're still charging me by the minute for that. It was at like 25 minutes when I got off the bus when I started this video. I kept trying to end the ride in the app, absolutely wouldn't let me. As I got farther away, of course, it's tracking my GPS location by my phone rather than the GPS of the bird scooter, so it's telling me, oh, you're outside the coverage area, I must return. You're outside the service area, I need to return to the service area. Yeah, and I'm also traveling at like 65 miles per hour, which I'm probably not doing on your scooter, you fucking idiot app. I tried to see if I could get connected to some kind of live chat help or anything, and I just got, into various facts, which is, of course, no help. I need to end that right now. I've got some screenshots of what's going on, but at that point, I checked to see which card I have that account tethered to, which was my Chase business debit, and I just called Chase immediately to make sure that they had a notation in my account that this issue was happening. She's like, well, we just see a charge for $3. I'm like, yeah. I said, that's just what they do when you start a ride to verify that your payment method is valid. I said, but I don't know how long they're going to continue to charge me for this. It's like 40 cents a minute, and I only use the vehicle for 5 minutes, but at this point it's over 20 minutes and it's still counting, and the app will not let me close it. So I just need a, notation in my account that this has happened and that I'm not paying for this shit when they try to charge me a decent amount. Anyway, I need to get into Amazon, get myself something to drink, kind of chill out. But stay tuned to the next video as I have another battle with Bird. My plan is to actually open up my Chase app. She's like, well, you can just disable your card and get another card. I'm like, yeah, this is my business debit. Like, there's a lot of other important things that run through this card. That's not an option. Always cracks me up when bankers tell you that. And it's like, no, you just didn't deny this one payment that's coming through. I'm telling you, it's not an authorized payment. They're trying to scam me. And I can't get a hold of their customer service to tell them, hey, this ride ended ended after 5 minutes. Quit charging me by the minute for a service I'm not using. I can't even reach a person over there to tell them that. I'm just reaching you to let you know when this charge comes through, don't charge it. Now, they said I can't dispute the charge until it actually comes through, but at least there's a notation in my account that I'm going to dispute that charge. So I figure that helps my point. And Chase said that they would definitely have my back on this, so hopefully they really do. But in the meantime, I am able to open up the Chase app and put a temporary freeze on my card, so I need to do that. Anyway, hope this was fun for y'all. I guess lesson learned. And that's kind of a fuck up thing on the part of Bird, because Bird should take into account that sometimes people don't have, are trying to make a bus transfer or whatever and don't have time to play games with their app, and just end means end. Don't play games with me. When I'm ending my ride, you just simply need to end my ride. If I did something wrong, address it later, but don't charge me for a vehicle that I'm not using. When I say I'm done riding it, I'm done riding it. So of course now the vehicle's unlocked, and it's at Central and Van Buren, so anybody can get on it and joyride on it, and it pisses me off because they won't let me lock it. So fuck you once again, Bird.